Hey everyone, welcome back to the Book of the Month podcast. Growing up, I always had this secret passion to start a book club. And as a kid, I always thought it would be cool to meet up with some friends and talk about a really good book. Especially since there were so many books that we were forced to read as kids, but never really got to talk about it with anybody. And that is the passion behind this podcast. I want to talk about these books with you. I want to discuss different point of views. I want to inspire you to pick up one of these books or to suggest a new book for me to read. For the month of February, I read A Tribe Called Bliss by Lori Harder to remind myself to stay open in 2019 to new experiences, opportunities, and people. In order to do that, I had to pick up some new packs. Last time, I talked about staying open, relinquishing expectations, and quitting the gossip. When I read the next two packs, I realized very quickly that these new packs or agreements are going to push me outside of my comfort zone. If you are like me, you struggle with caring a bit too much. Let me explain. Have you ever taken anything personally? Did you snap about a comment? Have you had to calm down after hearing feedback? Have you ever gotten defensive? Having a knee-jerk reaction to a comment, criticism, or even helpful feedback is a sign that our egos and fears are misguiding us. Taking things personally means we care a bit too much. We care too much about every single small detail of our life that we do not have any energy to actually enjoy our lives. We care too much of how people perceive us, and we care too little of how we think about ourselves. So why do we care so much? For me, it was because I wanted to make sure everyone was comfortable and happy, even at my own expense. I cared more about others than I did myself. I would do extra work, extra chores, and do extra shifts in order to help others. I would ask others' opinions about me constantly to make sure I was being a good daughter, a good sister, a good student, and a good friend. Taking things personally was slowly deteriorating my relationships because I was closing off the space for others to be honest with me. I needed to figure out how to keep that space of comfort available without compromising all my energy. One of the ways that I discovered, and is actually the next pact, is setting strong boundaries. I was taking many aspects in my life very personally because I wasn't saying no. I wasn't saying no enough. I was overflowing my plate and unfulfilling deadlines because I wasn't saying no. In order to create boundaries, you have to ask yourself these questions. What are my goals? What do I want to improve on? Which deadlines do I need to hit this week? Once you have your goals, values, and beliefs set, you can set boundaries to uphold them. Have you ever wanted to make a change, told your closest people, and there was immediate backlash? You want to keep going, but your family and friends do not like your changes. That is because setting boundaries is only half the battle. Once the boundaries are set, you have to be the one to enforce them. If you do not stick up for yourself, no one will stick up for you. If you do not show passion behind a decision, no one will understand your boundary. So you see, in order to let go and to not take things personally, we have to be set and clear on what we really value. We have to have set goals and clearly convey them to other people. And we have to enforce those values so that other people can understand where we are coming from. I hope you guys have a great week, and I'll catch you guys next week for the next 2 packs.